What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Cannon Hotep back at it again with another one. Whew. What a busy weekend I had. Goodness gracious. First of all, giving honor to God because through him all things are possible. Happy Monday. Yeah. That's right. You got to get to the money. We got to get to the money now, bruh. Thanksgiving is around the corner. It's a time to come together and fellowship with your family. You know, let the naysayers know that pumpkin pie is just as good as sweet potato pie. Let the naysayers know that pumpkin pie is just as good as sweet potato pie. Oh, you know that'll get them mad. Oh boy, they debate that all day long. They'll debate that all day long. Now, I love me a good sweet potato pie, but pumpkin pie just as good, y'all. Just as good. Fight me on it. I had to go all the way around the mulberry bush because somebody had a whole accident. I guess it was so bad they had to like turn everybody around and had to go other ways. But I wasn't taking their detour. That detour would have had me in gridlock. Anyway, one in the chat if y'all can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. My man Reaction PR in the building. What's the deal? Anyway, so let's get to it. First off, guys, keep my dad in your prayers. He got pneumonia on top of his autoimmune disorder, which is a bad thing, but he's hanging in there. Had to take him to the hospital Saturday morning. He's still there. He's progressing well, but yeah, he still got a little bit of a fight ahead of him. So I got to go check on him later on today. Trying to see if he's coming home today or if they're going to keep him for a couple of more days. I think they should keep him for a couple more days. Because if they don't keep him, my father going to be out grinding and working and all this other stuff, sick. And I'm going to take his ass back to the hospital. So hopefully the doctors get it right. And figure out, or get this pneumonia out of him so he can get back to doing what he liked to do. So anyway, let's get to it. So I appreciate you guys, man. We hit 4,000 subs, y'all. We hit 4,000 subs. Technically, I think it's like 4,048 subs on Friday night, man. On Friday night, we hit 4,048 subs. That's after like almost 4 years of YouTube just shadow banning all living hell out your boy, y'all. That's what YouTube shadow banning all living hell out your boy. I've been shadow banned since 2021. Channel was growing good, then I talked about Fauci, and then the channel just stopped growing because they fucking put me on some lists. But somehow I done found a loophole now. I done went from 2,600 subs to 4,040 subs in a month. Man, I'm happy for that. I'm still gonna be talking my shit. It's gonna be fun, man. All the new people to the channel, welcome. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming up. Anyway, 4,000 subs. I was happy as hell. But that fight, y'all, I don't know what y'all think about that Tyson fight, yo. Excuse me. I was gonna do like an aftermath type situation on Saturday, but I didn't get a chance to because, like I said, my dad got sick. But I was gonna do like a little aftermath situation. I wanted to get what y'all think, y'all. Because looking at all of that Tyson footage and him training and stuff like that, I'm looking at Tyson training like, oh, he's going to destroy he gonna destroy Jake Paul, right? He just fast, he still can move, and then he got in that bitch, and he looked like a horse that broke their leg. I'm like, what is going on here? So you had a lot of people on the internet saying, "Yo, I think Tyson threw the fight. I think Tyson threw the fight." Now there was one point. There was one point in the fight where I seen Tyson look like he had a glimpse of of old Tyson, and he ducked the hook coming from Jake Paul, and he had the opportunity to lay him down, but like Tyson pulled the punch back, which I thought was really, if you go over to Rumble, the fight's still up there on Rumble, with the commentary. But I was like, yo, it just looked weird to me. I was just like, yo. I mean, I was happy to see Mike in there. Mike got a bag. I'm proud that Mike got a bag. It was cool to see Mike get in there and do some shit. But that, I don't know. You got everybody like, yo, he threw that. And then I'm looking at certain foot. I'm like, yeah, yo, something don't seem right. But also there was this rumor. I'm going to say it's a rumor. I don't know what the contract looked like. We'll say allegedly. There was a no knockout clause, and that, in order for Mike the maximum amount of money that he was going to get out of the fight, he had to go all 8 rounds and not knock Jake Paul out or down and all this other stuff. What's going on, Miss Wild Wolf? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on, yo. He be, I don't know, he like to talk about shit, and then like, all right, come on the stream. He like, nah. It'd be cool to see him and Uncle Hotep and Uncle go at it. That should be great. Reaction said we all knew, we just decided to ignore the obvious. Yeah, because it's just like Mike wasn't really doing nothing. He just was out there. I'm like, yo, did Mike take the dive Fridays after 5? But nonetheless, he got 20 mil. He got 20 mil out of the deal. I'm sure that's going to go a long way. You know what I mean? That's a hell of a bag to get for an exit fight, for a fucking sparring match, essentially is what it was. It doesn't do anything for Jake Paul's reputation, I don't think. I really don't think it does anything for Jake Paul's reputation. Like, what reputation do you get? Yeah, I beat Mike Tyson. You didn't beat Mike Tyson when he was 30. You didn't beat Mike Tyson when he was in his 20s. You beat Mike Tyson in his 60s, and even you still couldn't. I don't know. You still couldn't really put him down. You know what I mean? You still couldn't put him down. So, anyway, yo, what is you doing, yo? That's why people can't drive, yo. Lady about to merge right into me. Anyway, and you still couldn't put him down. So I don't think it does anything for his image. I think Tyson didn't fight 100%. He didn't give it his all. I don't think Tyson gave it his all. I think he just went out there half-assed and lackluster because that's all he could do. He had to take the damage and not dish out any damage so he could get his money. That's what I think. It just would have been nice for one round to see Mike Tyson just wear his ass out. Just give him just beat his body. Just beat his body up real quick. His money. Tyson almost died 6 months ago. Oh yeah. He had that. I forgot what was it. Aneurysm, right? Just feel like it was on a time delay. So you think it might have been like he like legit might have not been feeling the greatest. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. You got a lot of people like, yo, and I seen it, right? I remember calling it during the fight. There was a time when Tyson did that. He ducked the hook, and that right overhand was right there. That right overhand was right there. Well, his right hook was right there, and he didn't throw it. But all in all, it was a good distraction. Now I'm gonna tell you the fight of the night. The fight of the night was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Oh my gosh, that was the fight. Now I think Amanda Serrano got robbed. Amanda Serrano got robbed. She should have won that fight, period. The other girl was getting her ass whooped. She headbutted her. They said it was a mistake, but it looked like she kept trying to do it or try to agitate that area with her by clenching and kind of butting her head against her. Her fucking eye was open though. Like she had a whole nother eyelid. That's what it looked like. I'm like, damn. It was crazy, but she ain't care. She's like, no, I ain't giving up this fight. We gonna keep it pushing. And she proceeded to be in that bitch. They was throwing. They was slugging. Them girls was slugging. They was scrapping. That was the fight of the night. So, even though we didn't get what we wanted out of the Tyson and Jake Paul match, I think we got two good fights. And that was with the two Mexican boys that fought, Ramos and I forgot the other guy's last name. And then the girls, man. Those two fights were just they were great fights. Those are some two knockdown, drag out fights. So I wasn't disappointed. You know what I mean? Especially because honestly, essentially it was free. But if you got a Netflix account and you got an active Netflix account, you got to watch the fight. There was no extra charge for it. It was, I guess, Netflix. I see what they could do in that arena. I'm sure that the next fights on Netflix or whatever main events that they have will be probably under a paywall, behind a paywall. But we're gonna see. But essentially it was free. It was cool. It was a nice little distraction for a Friday night. You know what I mean? And it was good grifting, good clean grifting. I had to finesse the shit out of YouTube. So I had two streams running. I had a full stream running, and then I had my vertical stream running, like y'all see right now. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn. So 5 minutes into the stream, YouTube snatches me down. The full stream, like the full, the full resolution, 1080, 16:9, gone. 5 minutes in. The vertical somehow was surviving, so I kept the vertical up. But what I had to do was I had to keep I could keep the sound on, but I had to take away the audio, the visual. I had to take away the screen and just talk over it a little bit, and then bring it back in every so often, so I could continue to stream on YouTube. So that shit got old though. After the girls finished fighting, I was like, all right, we're going to Rumble to finish this shit up. We're gonna watch this shit uninterrupted. Sure enough, Rumble was like, yeah, we don't give a fuck what you do. Go ahead and keep playing that video. So we did that. It was great. It was fantastic. So then on Saturday night, we had Johnny Bones Jones just fucking laid waste to Miocic. I can't never pronounce that man's name. Stipe. He whooped Stipe's ass. Oh my gosh, it was bad. He whooped Stipe's ass. I was gonna do a little YouTube short on it. I probably still will. But Johnny Bones Jones hit him with that fucking spinning back kick, and I'm sure he had to broke at least 3 ribs. He had to broke at least 3 ribs. Oh, he streamed it from his box on X? That's what's up. There were some people on Netflix that were quite upset as their Netflix kept freezing up. Yeah, that was another big problem. I didn't have that issue. Now, every so often, it would get that, what y'all call it in the chat on Friday night, the VHS filter. I got a VHS filter every so often, but our stream stayed up. And my Netflix stream held good. Now, I don't know if it's because I got in there early. I think me and Jay started streaming around like 7:30. I think it was. So I got the stream jumping around 7:30. So maybe that's why I was able to stay. My stream was able to stay up. But yeah, a lot of people was pissed. There was so many memes going around about Netflix buffering. You know what I mean? I don't think Netflix expected that much traffic, right? I don't think they expected that much traffic to come through their site. So they're gonna have to go ahead and shore up those servers. But anyway, Johnny Bones Jones, boy, he just whooped Stipe Miocic's ass. And then after he whooped his ass, he did the Trump dance. He did the Trump dance. He pointed to Trump, and then he was like this. It was a fucking great clip. That was a great clip of seeing that. After he won, he just walked over. He did the little Trump dance, and then he pointed to him, gave him the thumbs up, jumped over the fence, and they had a nice little conversation. Trump said he was going to be there. Trump said he was going to be there when he was on Rogan. Trump was like, yeah, you know, either I go as the incoming president of the United States, or I'll be very depressed. Sure enough, he was there. He was there. Not only was he there, he had Tulsi Gabbard with him. He had Vivek with him. Who else did he have? He had, I think his boys was with him, his sons was with him, and he had RFK was there. You know what I mean? He had the squad with him. He had squad with him. They was all there watching the fight, having a good time. You know what I mean? So that was cool as shit to see. That was cool as shit to see. You know what I mean? Shout out to Johnny Bones Jones, keeping it 100 with Donnie T. You know? But yeah, it was pixelated here and there. I just was happy to keep the stream running. You know, because everybody else was having issues to crash out, or that shit was stuck at 99% buffering and it wouldn't stop. Like, that shit was crazy, but it was good. But salute to Johnny Bones Jones for that win. You know. So now they got some rumors, right, alleging that Donnie T may pick Ben Carson as the Surgeon General. And you got people fucking losing it and reeing all over the place. And I'm like, what's wrong with Ben Carson being the Surgeon General? He's a fucking doctor. You know, I remember back in the day, everybody was championing Ben Carson. Ben Carson was everybody's hero, especially here in Baltimore, because, you know, it's where he's from here. And, you know, he worked at Hopkins. He separated the first, I think he separated the first conjoined twins that was conjoined at the head. So he did the first, like, brain surgery that separated conjoined twins at the head, right? He's a pioneer, he's a trailblazer in the medical field. You know, I remember we used to have this thing called Champions of Courage on Fox 45, was one of the news outlets. And they had Champions of Courage, and kids every year, it was a kid that picked Ben Carson and did their little essay about Ben Carson. You know what I mean? Because of what he did in the medical field. You know what I mean? You know, he'll forever be immortalized with that. So to sit here and see people crying about him being the Surgeon General, I'm like, why is that an issue? Why is that an issue? You know? He was back in the day when he was doing it, he was the who's who in the zoo. You know what I mean? He was S tier. He was top tier. And people they lose their minds. Oh my God, not Ben Carson. Oh, I'm like, okay. More than likely, when it comes to this shit, he's the smartest motherfucker in the room. But y'all don't want that though. They just generally going crazy over all of Trump's cabinet picks. To be honest with you, the only one that I feel like, I don't know. I gotta go back and run through them. But as far as I've seen, the only one that I'm worried about is Marco Rubio. He just, I don't know. He seemed like a Judas to me. You know what I mean? He seemed like a Judas to me. So we're gonna see how it goes though. But you got everybody tripping now. Everybody all of a sudden they want to be like, oh, when Donnie T get in, you'll know in 2 years if he's keeping his word. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, while I agree, right? I'm like, what happened to this? So what happened in 2016 when for 4 years he kept his word and the economy was fantastic, foreign relations was fantastic, jobs was fantastic. Y'all didn't want to give him that credit. Y'all want to keep saying that, oh, that's because Obama gave him this. Is that right? Okay. Gotcha. You know. So are y'all going to keep that same energy? Well, I mean, Joe Biden did hand him a shitty economy. Like, are we going to keep that same energy? You know? The question is what, you know, even though I think Donnie T going to keep his word, what elements have the Democrats put in place to sabotage him? That's my question. What elements did the Democrats put in to sabotage him? What's up, Alba? You know, yeah, he was a straight champion in Black history. You know, but like I said, what's up, Kunta? You know, now they want to start criticizing, which is understandable, but it's just interesting to me. You know, they're not on top of that. You see what they're doing now. You see a lot of people walking back that rhetoric. Oh, he's a director of democracy. You don't hear that shit as much no more. And I heard like Charlemagne the God. You know, he was one of the motherfuckers even doing it. He talking about some. You know, was it all just politics, or would they really think he was a threat to democracy? And I'm like, stupid. You know, he's dumb. He trying to play both sides of the fence. Like, you know, that the shit was just straight politics. They were just saying that stuff because they wanted to win an election. They never believed for 1 minute that Donald Trump was a threat to democracy. They never thought for 1 minute that Donald Trump was a threat to democracy. They just wanted to say it enough times, get people on board with it, gaslight people to try to win an election. The minute he won the election, that shit stopped because it's like, okay, well, he's in now, and he's only got 4 years, and then we can get back to our fuckery. Yeah, yo, not only like it was crazy because he like it's just I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but you know, then you got people that I don't know, like Matt Gaetz don't seem all that bad to me. I don't know what it is that people don't like about Matt Gaetz. Now I heard people on the internet, people on the left, they start saying, "Boy, he's a pedophile and this and this and this," and I'm like, "What?" You know, and I remember when those accusations was up and running. Hold on, real quick. I remember when those accusations was flying around that he was this and that and this and that, right? I remember that. However, they turned out to be unfounded. They turned out to be unfounded. They turned out to be a hoax. They turned out to be bullshit. You know what I mean? Like if that was the case, that shit would have been he would have been out of there. He'd have been out of there even before this whole him being appointed to what is he? What I forgot whatever Trump put him at. I gotta go back. He's gonna do a video on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pedal stuff got thrown out. It did because it was bullshit. It wasn't right. But people still running with it, yo. People still running with it. Again, if you say some shit enough time, people believe that shit. So you got people running like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's this. Don't believe it, he's that. And I'm like, here y'all go. Cut this nonsense out. If that was the case, just like everybody trying to say Donnie T was with Epstein, like, okay, if Donald Trump was in them Epstein files, y'all don't think they would have used that shit to get him out of the paint immediately? You know, like is that what it is? You know, it's the fact that y'all just afraid, so y'all make up anything to make somebody seem unsavory to everybody else. It's just nonsense to me. So we're gonna see how Trump's picks work. I hope Trump learned from 2016, because 2016 he had a lot of insurgents. He had a lot of insurgents in his cabinet. That's why he had to keep firing people, because they was proving themselves to be snakes or double agents or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they doubled down on the bunk shit. What I think of Matt Gaetz, I don't know what to make of him. Honestly, I don't know what to make of him. I know he used to be in Congress, like fucking handing people they ass in them oversight committees and stuff like that. Like, you know, but I don't know enough about him to say that he's like this or that. I from what I've seen of him, you know, I don't see any threat. I don't see no swamp there. I mean, I could be wrong, you know. Probably should do a deep dive on Matt Gaetz though. Thanks, Attorney General. I appreciate that. You know, probably should do a deep dive on Matt Gaetz, but that was the only scandal I ever heard about that was that shit. Because they even tried to get Jim Jordan next. Because it was Matt Gaetz, and then they tried to get Jim Jordan after that. They were trying to make that shit stick. You know what I mean? They were trying to keep. They were trying to make something stick on one of them. It was Matt Gaetz, and it was Jim Jordan. They were trying to get one of them too, and both of them was like, whatever, do your investigation, and nothing came out about either one of them. So no, you said in Duluth? That's wild. Can you send me something on that? That's crazy. No, I didn't hear about that. He unalived 4 people than himself. That's wild. Yeah, send me something on that. Oh wow, that's crazy. Kevin McCarthy said that he was suspicious. I think Kevin McCarthy's suspicious. To be honest with you, I think Kevin McCarthy's suspicious. He's done a number of suspect things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you this though, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens as soon as Trump gets in office. Once things start getting rolling downhill, we're gonna start to see what happens. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Had to take that call. Still working, still working, still working. But yeah, so it could be why he got out. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. You know, it's gonna be a bunch of infighting in the Republican Party, especially if Trump don't pick them as a cabinet member. Gonna be some salty people. I don't know. All I know is the left are losing their shit. So I appreciate you sending it to my IGD. I appreciate it. We're gonna touch on that tonight. Um, that's crazy. He unallowed 4 people to himself because Trump won. That's TDS at its finest, y'all. Like I said, that mental illness with folks is on full display right now. It's on full display, man. People are doing some really crazy shit because Trump's in office. Trump won. But the problem, I don't even blame them, right? No, the guy that shot the people, no, I completely blame that nigga. But all these people losing their shit thinking that they're fucking about to go to a concentration camp or Trump's gonna fucking stop them from doing transitional surgeries and all that other shit, whatever the fuck they think Trump's going to do, or he's going to circumvent the Constitution, which he's never said. I don't even know how they made that leap, but I digress. Um, it's the media. It's the media. It's social media influencers and it's the news that that make these people go crazy. Because a lot of these people out here, I don't care how smart you are, there's some people out here that's just dumb. There's a lot of people that's like really smart, dumb people. They just they sit here and they think that everything that they hear and see on the news is legit. They question nothing. They just go with the flow. Well, Rachel Maddow, she had said, but Anderson Cooper was saying, I'm like, yo, did you even think to look into it? Like, you ever think to research it? Damn, let me look into that a little more. No, no, they don't do that. What they do, they take it at face value, and then they fucking run and yell, "The sky's about to fall." MK Ultra algorithms fried mini brains, bruh. Shout out to the NWO. It's crazy. It's wild to me that this is people's thinking, because like a lot of us can see through the bullshit. Like we'll see a story and we go, that's interesting, and then we might go look it up or we might brush it off depending on how we feel about it. But you'll hear some people where they fucking hear it and go, oh, we're gonna die. With no context, with no follow up or none of that shit. How many times you seen the media tell you something but they never follow up on the story? Or when the story comes out to be false, they never retract it. They never correct the record. Especially when it comes to Donald Trump. They never correct the record. They never retract it. And if they do correct it, it'll be on like page 7 in Lawn and Garden. Somewhere where nobody gonna see the correction. Just a bunch of stuff, smart, dumb people. But people never pay that no mind. You know what I mean? Like I said, you see it. People running with the project, running with Project 2025. You know what I mean? Just like it's already been like debunked. Like it's not a fucking thing. It's not a fucking thing. But they keep running with that shit. They keep running with it, and they keep the lie alive. But people so locked in on the news that they don't do their due diligence. Especially older folks. Not all older folks, but a lot of boomers don't really tend to like go look at something in further detail to see what the deal is. A lot of people don't look past a headline. They'll read the headline and don't go in and read the actual article. They'll just go with what the headline said. You see this headline? And then when you go in the headline, it's like, oh. Like, for example, when Trump said shithole countries, right? Everybody just looked at the headline. Nobody went and looked at the article itself, the body of it, where they said that somebody said that they heard that somebody said that he said it. Right? We see that a lot. And then when they're proven wrong, or it comes out that it's false, they never correct the record. But these people out here, they take it at face value and they lose their fucking minds. They lose their minds. And I'm just like, damn, I didn't know that one person could have such a hold on somebody's whole worldview. You know, me, I'm like, whatever, whoever's in office, no matter how that shit go, I got a family I got to feed and take care of. That's my main concern. My main concern ain't who Trump picked in his cabinet right now. Like, I gotta go make some money. I'm gonna get this bread. You know, that's not my main concern. I'm not about to sit there and you know what I mean. I gotta survive regardless of how the situation is in America. Now I'm confident that Donnie T is gonna reverse course and make shit right. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Carbo internment camps. Like, really though? Is that what we really saying here? Meanwhile, you know, the left already done showed you that they willing to do that shit. They wanted anybody. Remember when they wanted anybody who didn't take the vaccine to be locked the fuck up? Remember that? Remember that they wanted to put quote unquote anti-vaxxers in camps. Y'all remember them saying that? They said that out loud. They said that out loud. We're arming Americans. They need to be put in camps. And we needed to be forced to take it. But they want you to believe that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. They've been a threat to democracy. Matter of fact, they circumvented their own goddamn quote unquote democracy. No, don't start, guys. I know that we're not in a democracy. We're in a constitutional republic. But I'm just repeating their fucking rhetoric. Right? They're the ones, you know, that circumvented their, not only in this election, but when Hillary ran against Bernie Sanders, they did the same thing. Bernie Sanders was winning, and then they just took that shit from him because that's not who they wanted to win. You know, that's called subversion. That's subversion right there. Who getting blocked? Roy? Yeah, you know how YouTube be, yo. You gotta like use keywords and code words because they deem certain words or phrases hate speech or whatever the fuck they call it. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But this is where we at, man. Now they want to go from Twitter to Blue Sky or Blue Ski or whatever they calling it. You know, because they don't want the confrontation. Like they don't want civil discourse, or they don't want to feel like they want to go to their echo. Like as much as like I do have a True Social account. True Social is just an echo chamber. That's all it is. Like I'll go over there sometimes. They do have really good news articles over on True Social, but other than that, it's just an echo chamber. You know what I mean? What's up, bro? Chilling. Same thing with Rumble. I like Rumble. Rumble is a free speech platform. Never got banned from Rumble for doing something. But again, as awesome as Rumble is, it's an echo chamber for the most part. It's an echo chamber for the most part. But I don't know. I wonder what they're gonna do when they sitting there and they realize shit ain't getting bad like they thought it was gonna get bad. You know, what are they gonna do then when they realize, oh shit, the tariffs aren't fucking us up. Oh, the tariffs aren't raising causing inflation and all this other stuff. Oh wow, Trump actually was able to come to a resolution with Ukraine and Russia, which is wild because now it looks like Nickel Slick is giving Ukraine the go ahead to bomb Russia with the weapons we gave them. That's interesting to me. Sounds like when Obama got out of office, right? When Obama got out of office, he right before they got out of office, they put all of those troops. I think it was in Poland, and they were just sitting there. And then like a couple of months later, that searing gas attack in Syria happened, and then next thing you know, oh, we already had troops over there on the ground over in Poland, on a routine exercise. So, like I said, I wonder what elements the left has in place to sabotage Donnie T and his administration during his presidency. Hopefully, the people that Trump is picking for his cabinet, hopefully the people that he's picking are smart enough to see the jokes. I'm like, yo, look, don't fall for this. This is what we need to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't trust Marco Rubio though. What's up? We got Stuff Colonel in the building. We got you shadow banned on X, Melissa. That's crazy. Right, Chris? It's gonna be a far left echo chamber. That's what we're gonna get. That's what we're gonna get is a far left echo chamber. I want y'all to notice something, right? Do you mean the Blue Ski Project, the Blue Sky Project, or whatever that? Yeah. So I just got a feeling that the Blue Sky app is going to start the way Twitter essentially started. It's another, Charlie Indigo Alpha or whoever's to their doing. Remember when Twitter came around? Every every uh every politician was championing. I need to start enunciating my words. They were championing um, Twitter. They were all doing it. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. We can talk to our constituents here and da, 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 da. Twitter started off as a psyop. Blue Sky going to do the same thing. Right? Why the migration all of a sudden? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's an agenda behind it. There is an agenda behind it. The seniors in your neighborhood are study watching MSNBC. Yeah, yo, that's what they do. That's how they are. It's crazy. But you got some seniors that actually, they do some research or whatever. I know a couple people, but for the most part, no, they don't. They don't do it. They just and then they go with it. And then when you try to tell them what's what, but you're not. I said, like my uncle, one of my uncles. But Brandon, you're not a. You're smart, but you're not a journalist. I'm like, what? Like what? I need to be a journalist for you to listen to your quote unquote smart nephew. That's funny. That's funny. But that's what they do. You're not a journalist. And then when everything I tell them came true, they didn't. They I wasn't looking for it. Like I wasn't doing what I told you so's, but they just was. They couldn't even admit it. You know what I mean? They couldn't even admit it. I need to have a degree in PR3. It's crazy to me. I'm just sitting there like, and then all this shit come out. I told y'all, but they don't want to listen or they don't want to acknowledge it. This shit is funny to me. They just be eating anything up there, like I said, Rachel Maddow or Joy Reid or Anderson Cooper or Don Lemon put out. And I'm just like, okay, all right. But, anyway, I'm here at work. I got quite a few things to get done today. Quite a few things to get done today. Oh yeah, like I said, if y'all have noticed, I used a regular ass, just ordinary ass title, and 22 of us in here. It's my loyals right here. I love you guys. 22 to 24 people in here. I didn't use any hyperbolic or inflammatory title. And you'll see we only got about 22 to 24 people in here right now. By the way, if you're in here, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. So we're going to do another experiment again, guys. I'm going to put an inflammatory title in my next live stream, our next vertical stream, and we're going to see the numbers go. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, guys, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Anyway, holla at y'all.